if there was like a piece of game that you could give like single women today, if they're wanting to be married, I know you don't believe in marriage,
I'm
but like
listening.
if they're wanting to be married, same for men. If these men are wanting to find somebody that's going to work for them, like what's a piece of game you would give the woman, and what's the piece of game you give the
The
man?
piece of game I would tell men is don't have no babies young. Stack your money, travel the world, and date different women in different places, not just in your area or what you live, because there are so many variations of the woman that it will really change the way you think about a person that's local. The females, I would tell them as well, don't have babies, because once you have a man's child at a young age, you put yourself behind the 8 ball of life. You have 2 babies, 3, those are all 8 balls. So now you meet a gentleman who got his life together, and it's unfair that this guy likes you, but when you was in the Hampton Inn, fucking having a good time, eating strawberries and grapes, having babies and shit. He wasn't thinking about your future. So now you meet this guy, he gonna bust his ass, got shit together, but he like you. He like you. But he gotta carry all that weight with him. And I say this in my stand-up. There's a group of college bitches graduating in June. It's a whole new team coming out here. A nigga could just go, if he was confident, go get you your own woman that can have your own kids, and you can live happy, because it's a psychological torture to raise another man's kid.
Torture.
It's torture too,
Why?
because you're pretending to be something that you're not. You're raising a child that doesn't belong to you. That's rough. I don't care what nobody say. Now it gets done, and thank God we do have men who will do that, but psychologically is detrimental to your health.
What about when you have, you know, if you're with a woman and she does have a child, but the father is active and is
If you're mature,
there?
you can handle it. It's still uncomfortable.
Okay.
You pulling up in the car, they come to the door, and she's really nice to him. No, he don't pay child support. He don't do nothing.
No, he
But
paid child support.
I'm just saying, if he doesn't, I'm creating my scenario.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
he's in the living room watching TV. She hear, okay, bye. Return the kids. Coming back. Okay, bye. It still hurt, but you have to be so mature. My thing is, why put yourself through that?
I agree.
That's where I'm at. Why do that to yourself? Why make yourself uncomfortable?
Did you know that when you were 30?
I'm not sure. That was a long time ago. Yeah, that's
So it's
32
it's
years
more
ago.
of a new revelation.
No, I don't know. I've always thought like this since I was a youngster.
Okay.
Yeah. So my way of thinking has always been on another level, but I don't think I've ever had that situation though. So that's pretty cool.
So and if that's the game to the women, so should the men also be mindful of not having children?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should. But even though I've probably hurt a lot of women's feelings on the baby thing, so let me give you the game on how to win. The solution. See, the solution is when you have babies from another man, one, you still go out and have sex, still have a good time. Take care of your body. Make sure you look good, because men are visual. So if you out here fat, you're not taking care of your body, the chances of you getting a nigga is gonna be slim. Then I have this thing called in my head called what is it? Reborn.
Okay.
Reborn is after you get all your kids out of the house, and then you can start dating again, because the new guy that you're dating doesn't feel responsible that he got to carry other children mentally, spiritually, and financially. So he'll date you. He'll date you because all the kids are out the house. Yeah, we could date. We have a good time because I ain't got to worry about your kids. And that's just my thing. But women have to take care of themselves physically and mentally, and try not to have a man's baby until you're in your late 30s, early 40s. This is just my opinion. I've seen women, and I try to date women who got kids. Man, it's rough. Because when you know what you know, you're like, oh, I like her. But damn, I don't feel like putting up with nobody's kids. It's exhausting. I gotta go to Toys R Us to prove that I like your fucking
Toys R Us ain't
kid.
even around no more.
I'm just saying, I gotta do all these extra things. Put your kid in the car seat. Gotta go to Disneyland and shit and all that. If I like you,
What if you have a blended family? Does that work?
what do you mean by blended?
Like either y'all both come with a child or
It's still
two.
difficult. Yep.
Oh,
All of
okay.
it's difficult. I think when people do that too, they love each other, but majority of the time financially not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And all you gotta do is just one time do one wrong thing, right? You got 2 or 3 kids, and then you bring one kid a gift. Then she gets on the phone with her mother, and she's like, "Oh, he just bought TT one gift. We got all these other kids in here. And I ain't nobody got time for that shit. I ain't got time for it."
That's fair. I mean, I don't know how much you're ever in comments, but like in the comments, people or men are often saying to women that, don't be in the streets having a whole bunch of kids,
Yep. Do not be having them babies. And to scare women so they can really understand what I mean, go a little deeper. A lot of people don't talk about when you get pregnant, that giving birth, you can die.
Absolutely.
You better love a nigga when you have his baby. That ain't a game. Like, you truly gotta love him. Like, to be up there and you could die. And I've only seen it happen once in my life. A lady in Orlando. She was a radio personality. She got pregnant and had the baby and passed away. Never got a chance to see a kid. So people need to know.
I actually know someone that happened to.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away. One of my close friends, one of her good friends.
Right. Yeah, that's rough.
What's her name? Judge. She's a black judge. She has short hair. Not Maybelline. It's another one. But her daughter died in childbirth, and so like they have like a whole campaign with the husband and his in-laws on mm-hmm, right.
Really?
It's way higher. Yeah.
Shit, it's probably them white doctors killing them. You can't put none past these white people. I'm sorry. Listen to me. I'm sorry. I study on them a lot and I read a lot. They are a horrible virus. And in order for them to truly understand what they've done, it's going to have to take another virus to destroy them.
I actually agree with that.
That's how horrible. I mean, there's some good white people out there, but when you put them all in one section and say white, that's important. And then pretty much they don't know their history either. They wasn't always called white. They didn't start calling themselves white until like the 18th century because they wanted to make themselves seem more superior than blacks.
Exactly.
So they all different kind of names they were. And the thing that I think about the most is if we were kings and queens, how did it all get away from us? See, like how did we get into slavery? How did we allow ourselves to be at one time so powerful that we allow someone to take it from us? I was thinking about that last night when I was driving in. Like, man, it's crazy when you really think about it.
Probably capitalism. TK, so have you heard about this guy maybe like a month ago or 3 or 4 weeks ago, I guess? He was on Instagram or whatever, some social media site saying that he has 7 kids and he did not want to take care of them. And he told all the women with whom he had these children that, I told you I wasn't gonna have these kids, but I didn't want any kids, yet he still skeeted in them and then had children.
Right.
What do you think about women and how they move as far as listening to what a man says versus watching what he does?
Every day. He might send you some flowers. He might take you out to eat, but you didn't watch his character. So now you got a baby. Now he's behind the 8 ball, and now he's showing you who he really is, right? And I hate men who are coming to woman knowing that she could get pregnant, like, and then say what happened when she tells you, "Oh, I'm pregnant." He's like, "How the fuck did that happen?" Well, duh. So I do this stuff on my podcast, and it drives me crazy what the choices that these young men make.
So, and I guess and we've talked about this before. I think Rico brought this up. So when women are dealing with men, should they be listening to what the man is saying? Like, hey,
Well, they
no.
listen too much because how you ladies get caught up.
So, or should they
Women listen
watch?
to words, and if a guy's real elegant with his conversation, you done. Next thing you know, your knees is behind your chin. You're screaming to the top of your lungs and shit. And if the dick is good, you like, I love you. And the next thing, bam, you're off having a slice of pizzas. You're eating ices. You know. Now you let the nigga move in. You're like, yeah, you want to move in, and bam, there you go. Then take 3 years to get the nigga out.
Oh God. Because I always feel like when, I'm talking to like my little younger cousins or even Mandy on the show, I always say, you watch what people do. I don't care what nobody says. Don't matter.
True.
You watch their actions. But my other co-host says, no, you listen to what they say.
Yeah, I think it's both. It's a fine line. You have to do both. You have to listen to what they say. And I always say demonstration is better than conversation. Yeah, that's how I move. Mm-hmm.
I like that. Let me write that down.
Don't be stealing my stuff.
I'm a 100% use it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I was saying that people should travel. The same way we teach our kids to go to school or play sports is the same way we got to teach them how to be a man and how to date as a youngster. Hey, son, put your money away. You're going to have a girlfriend one day. Teach him how to stack his money. Teach him how to open the door. Teach him about everything that is able to survive. One of the worst things in the world is to hear parents say, oh, I'm about to have a grandbaby, like I said earlier, knowing that their kid is not prepared to raise a child. It's the deepest thing, but most men and women say it. Oh, we're having a baby, knowing your kid don't have no money to raise a damn baby. And they push that agenda. I ain't got time for it.